Good morning. Sorry for our delay. I would like to call to order the board meeting for November of the Alabama Community College System. And I would like to welcome everyone that is here today. First, I would like to introduce our State Board of Education members that are here. If you could please raise your hand. I don't have a list in front of me. Oh, I've got one in the back. Is that Tracy?
Kelly.
Yeah, okay. Hi, Kelly. I'm sorry, I can't see that far. Would like to welcome our State Board of Education members here for our meeting today. And then we will have our invocation and the Pledge of Allegiance. So right now, I'm going to take a moment and introduce Dr. Jennifer Foster. She is with Heritage Baptist Church. Jennifer Blair Foster holds a PhD in Christian leadership from the New Orleans Baptist Theological Seminary. Her research focus includes second chair leadership, educational theory and practice, and spiritual formation. She is the Minister of Discipleship and Administration at Heritage Baptist Church, where she has served since 2008. She is married to Reed Foster. Reed is known for his work as the photographer for the Alabama National Fair. At this time, I'd like to introduce Dr. Jennifer Foster to come to the podium.
Pray with me. Father, thank you for this beautiful morning. Thank you for the leaves that are changing colors. Thank you for the coolness that's in the air, the beautiful blue sky. All of that helps us to remember your creative power. But we are most grateful that you created humanity and you created us with an ability to learn and grow and thrive. And so for these good men and women who are gathered here today to do the work of the Alabama Community College System, I speak your blessings over them, your great wisdom, as they raise up ladies and gentlemen to be lifelong learners to serve our cities and our state well. Thank you for the gift of the mind. May we use it well to honor you. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Thank you for that, Dr. Foster. Now, would you please stand with me for the Pledge of Allegiance? Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Madam Secretary, could you do roll call, please?
Mr. Jeff Shell.
Present.
Mr. John Mitchell.
Present.
Ms. Valerie Gray.
Present.
Mr. Goodrich Rogers.
Here.
Mr. Ryan Houston.
Present.
Mr. Levelyn Round.
Present.
Mr. Tim McCarthy.
Present.
Mr. Britton Lightsey. Mr. Britton Lightsey. Dr. Yvette Richardson.
Present.
Governor Tay Ivey.
Thank you. Before you, board members, you have a copy of the agenda for today's board meeting. Do I have a motion to approve the agenda for today?
Second.
I have a motion from Mr. Houston, a second from Mr. Shell. Do we have any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please signify by raising your hand or a voice vote.
Yay.
Every board member was distributed a set of minutes prior to this meeting, and you have those before you now. I would entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the October 8th board meeting. Got a motion from Mr. Shell. Do I have a second? Second. I have a second from Mr. McCartney. Is there any points of discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please signify by raising your hand or a voice vote.
Yes.
Thank you. Madam Secretary, we have anybody signed up for public comment? No public comments. Okay, this is always one of my favorite items on the agenda. We have a college spotlight now, and we have today Northeast Alabama Community College. Dr. David Campbell, welcome.
Good morning, Chairman Gray, board members, and Chancellor Baker. It's an honor and pleasure to be here with you today. I'm here to, as mentioned, spotlight our student representatives from Northeast and the Alabama Community College system. We have chosen two of our presidential hosts to talk to you today. They are Caroline Yates and Luke Barber, and their sponsor, Andrea Oku, is with them, and she will introduce them in more detail later on, and they'll be speaking to you. The experiences of these students, I think, really reflects the great opportunities that our students have at our college and in the Alabama Community College system, not only educationally and academically, but socially as well. As students, they have the opportunity to interact with others, develop their leadership skills, and begin forming networks in their communities. Presidential hosts help us at the college as well, particularly assisting with all the events and activities that we have going on, and we use to reach out and serve our community. And Andrew will be talking about that a little bit later on. The presidential hosts are indispensable to us in this regard, and they so well serve the community in our area with things that they do. I'll now have Andrea Oku speak to you. Andrea is the Director of High School Relations at Northeast, but you know how it goes in community college. You just have a title and sometimes 2 or 3 other jobs, and one of those other jobs is that she is the sponsor of Presidential Host. And Andrea has grown up in the college system and at Northeast. She started out right out of high school and worked in my office as an office assistant. So I won't say how many years she's been with us since then, but she's very experienced and very much a part of us in the system. Andrea will describe to you what the presidential hosts do and how they're selected. So come right up, Andrea.
Well, good morning. My name is Andrea Oku, as Dr. Campbell said, and I serve as the coordinator of high school relations and recruiting at Northeast Alabama Community College. But I also have the wonderful opportunity of serving as lead sponsor to our presidential host organization on campus. As part of the student spotlight for this meeting, I wanted to share a little bit about what our presidential hosts do. The presidential host organization consists of 32 individuals. These are Northeast Alabama Community College students, and each student that are serving, they're attending Northeast on this scholarship as well. To be selected as a host, it's a very competitive process. They do have to maintain an excellent academic record in high school. They also have to go through an interview process with a panel of our NACC administrators and our faculty and staff, where they have to tell us a little bit about themselves. They also talk about their participation of activities in high school, their leadership roles, and their community experience as well. We have about 150 students to apply each year for these roles, and we only have about 15 to 16 that we get to choose, so you can tell it's definitely a very competitive experience. Once chosen, these students serve at many events throughout the year, and I'm going to talk a little bit about those events really quickly. In our presentation, we have highlighted some events that hosts usually work each year, but there are various others that are not mentioned. This is our annual NACC experience, a day where we host high school juniors on campus for a browse session of our programs of study. Our presidential hosts give campus tours to students this day, and our athletic events at NACC have become quite the popular experience now with our women's softball team and our men's soccer that we've just added. They serve by hosting guests and greeting fans upon entrance to each of our athletic events. Scenes from our high school scholarship recognition ceremony show students greeting potential and future upcoming scholarship students who will be on campus, and just being a welcoming face to the new students who we will be greeting in the fall. A large part of our job is serving at various big events on campus. This is one of our events called the annual Latino Festival that we host every single year. Our students love serving at this. It's a fun day full of activities, playing games, painting faces, and sometimes just standing there talking to guests that we have on campus. A large part of our hosting on campus is through receptions or hosting events such as this, which is our luncheons that we have various student school groups coming on campus. We also have local community organizations that we host throughout the year, as well as dignitaries, legislators, and some of you special guests from Alabama Community College System might have been to one of our local luncheons as well. Although our presidential host students are considered scholarship students, we still make sure to take part in all of our student activities on campus through our organizations. This is a picture from our fall welcome back event where we host each year, and this gives the opportunity for our presidential host to greet new students that will be on campus and just be a welcoming face to them. In addition to our NACC campus events, this is a picture from our NACC Holiday Gala that we host each year. This is a large fundraising activity that we host every single year during Christmas, and this gives us a chance to showcase those students that our fundraising individuals who are giving money to the college are also supporting. And we also assist with our NACC Foundation Golf Tournament. These students love to work the outdoor events because who wouldn't like to be on the golf course, right? In addition to all of these, we also help with recruitment activities, and now I want to introduce to you two of our current hosts, the special people of the day. Caroline Yates, a sophomore host, and Luke Barber, a freshman host, and they will now share their experience at NACC.
Good morning. When I first stepped onto the campus of Northeast Alabama Community College, I was terrified, and I never imagined I'd be standing here today, speaking to all of you. It is truly an honor to represent a place that has changed my life, Northeast Alabama Community College. My name is Caroline Yates, and I'm a proud sophomore at Northeast. I'm majoring in business, and I plan to transfer to the University of Alabama in Huntsville to pursue a degree in information systems with a concentration in cybersecurity. Alongside my studies, I serve as SGA president, a presidential host, a tutor, and a leader in several student organizations. But beyond the titles, I'm simply a student who found her place here. I came from a graduating class of 20 students. I was used to knowing everyone and being known. When I first walked across campus surrounded by hundreds of new faces, I wondered, will anyone notice me? Will I belong here? That fear stayed with me until I attended my first presidential host meeting. I remember pausing at the door, looking in at all the confident, accomplished students and thinking, I don't belong here. But instead of turning around, I took a deep breath and walked in. And that one small step changed everything. Inside that room, I didn't find judgment, I found kindness. I didn't find competition, I found community. Those students welcomed me, encouraged me, and helped me realize that I had something valuable to contribute to. Not long after I gave my first campus tour, my hands were shaking at first, but by the end I was smiling, because I realized I was welcoming someone else into the same family that had welcomed me. Now when I walk through the Student Center, I see that same transformation happening for others. Students laughing, connecting, and discovering their voices. That's what Northeast does best. It turns fear into confidence and potential into purpose. My story isn't unique. It's what happens every day at Northeast. This college changes lives because it believes in its students. And today, I stand before you as living proof of that belief. Thank you to the Board of Trustees for believing in students like me, for supporting our dreams, and for helping make Northeast not just a college, but a home. Now I'm pleased to introduce my fellow student and friend, Luke Barber.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
My name is Luke Barber, and I'm a freshman at Northeast Alabama Community College. I'm currently majoring in business finance, and my plan is to transfer to Auburn University in the future. My experience as a student has produced much personal growth, and I wanted to share a little bit of that with you today. When I first started in August, I had my doubts. Turns out college can be a lonely place. I'm a people person, and I was scared of loneliness. However, I am so blessed to say that Northeast has provided me with a community that has made me feel like I belong. The friends that I've made and the staff that have gone above and beyond to make me feel like I belong is something that I will forever cherish. A big part of that has been the chance to get involved. I am extremely grateful for the opportunity to serve as a presidential host, which has allowed me to meet so many amazing people, and also for the student worker position that I have, which has not only helped me gain professional experience, but also strengthened my sense of belonging. Northeast has given me the tools, the opportunities, and the encouragement I needed to push myself and grow. As I look to the future, I'm excited about the next chapter, but I'll always be thankful for everything I've learned and experienced here. It is an honor to stand before you and give you a glimpse of my journey as a student at Northeast Alabama Community College. Thank you.
You can see what great students we have at Northeast and in the system. Now, to express our appreciation to the presidential host, spring semester, myself and some of the faculty and administrators served them as a lunch. And boy, that's always entertainment to see our skills in serving. So we usually drop a few things, but we do appreciate them. And I always have the presidential hosts introduce themselves and tell where they're from and their majors at each event. I think that's good for them to speak before groups. When we have that event where we serve them, they will invariably ask us what our majors are, where we're from. So we get grilled too during that time. So, but you can see again the things that the college and the system does. There's many aspects and faces to community college in Alabama and at Northeast, and this is one of the faces where I feel like we have the privilege and honor to help develop and help grow future leaders of Alabama, and I think these two certainly will be, and there's many others in the college and in the system that will wind up being the same thing. They'll be the future leaders of the state. So thank you for letting us speak to you today. Have any questions? I would be certainly glad to answer any.
Any questions for Dr. Campbell? I just have one comment. If y'all have noticed, past couple board meetings, I have waited to state our mission statement until after our college spotlight, because again, it reminds us of our true mission here is to remain laser focused on student success, adult education, and workforce development. And I think you guys are doing an excellent job by demonstrating that, Dr. Campbell.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Next on our agenda, under Executive, Legal, and Public Information, Action Item A, we have A1. It is the Alabama Community College System Board of Trustees 2026 meeting schedule. You've all been advanced a copy of this. Do I have a motion to approve? I have a motion from Mr. McCartney. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second from Mr. Roan. Is there any points of discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please signify by raising your hand or a voice vote.
Yes.
Action item 9A2, the general and garage liability insurance. It is recommended that the Alabama Community College Board of Trustees authorize and direct each college and ATN to purchase general liability and garage liability insurance coverage under the policy recommended by the Chancellor for the coverage period of November 2025 and ending November 2026. It is further recommended that the annual premium be apportioned among the colleges and ATM as determined by the Chancellor. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
A motion from Mr. Houston. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second from Mr. McCartney. Any points of discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please signify by raising your hand or a voice vote.
Yes.
All right. We're going to spend some more money on insurance. Action item 9A3, cyber liability insurance. It is recommended that the ACCS board authorize and direct each college and the ATN to purchase cyber liability insurance coverage under the policy recommended by the Chancellor for the coverage period of November 2025 and ending November 2026. It is further recommended that the annual premium be apportioned amongst the colleges and the ATN as determined by the Chancellor. Do I have a motion to approve?
So move.
I have a motion from Mr. Houston. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second from Mr. Roan. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please signify by raising your hand or a voice vote.
Yes.
The motion passes. Okay, action 9A4, we're jumping over to Southern Union State Community College, is the approval for naming of the Business and Technology Center. It is recommended that the ACCS Board authorize the President of Southern Union State Community College to name the Business and Technology Center building on the Opelika campus as the Gary Fuller Business and Technology Center and to add the appropriate signage. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
I have a motion from Mr. Shell. Do I have a second?
Second.
A second from Mr. McCartney. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please signify by raising your hand or a voice vote.
Yes.
The motion passes. All right, we're going to move to item 10, Instruction, Research, Development, Adult Ed, Facilities, Fiscal, Information Technology, and Workforce Development. Action item A1, the Alabama Community College System institutions for the 2025-2026 ACCS operating budget. It is recommended that the ACCS Board of Trustees approve the 25-26 budgets as presented by the Chancellor for the Community and Technical Colleges, the Alabama Technology Network, and Marion Military Institute. Just giving a fiscal consideration overview, the total amount of the 25-26 budget for the 23 community and technical colleges and Marion is $1.3 billion, I think. Is that correct? That's a lot of commas. Based on the State Education Trust Fund appropriations, estimated fees, collections, auxiliary. The ATN revenues included in the ETF and projections for federal and state grants are under other miscellaneous income. Do I have a motion to approve?
So move.
I have a motion from Mr. Houston. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second from Mr. Shell. Any points of discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please signify by raising your hand or a voice vote.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to move over to Trentham State Community College under action item 10A2, the addition of an instructional site. It is recommended that the ACCS Board of Trustees approve an additional instructional site for Trentham State Community College. The location is 4520 Executive Park Drive in Montgomery, where offerings will be healthcare programs, culinary arts, hospitality management, and general ed. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
I have a motion for Mr. Mitchell. Do I have a second?
Second.
A second from Mr. Shell. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please signify by raising your hand or a voice vote.
Yes.
The motion passes. Item 10A3, Lawson State Community College. This is at the Bessemer Ethel Hall Building re-roofing. It is recommended that the ACCS authorize Lawson State Community College to proceed with the project name Bessemer Campus Ethel Hall Building re-roofing. Construction contracts shall be executed no later than February the 1st of 26, or this authorization shall expire. We are looking at a fiscal consideration for $554,000. Do I have a motion to approve?
So move, Madam Chair.
I have a motion from Mr. Houston. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second from Mr. Roan. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please signify by raising your hand or a voice vote.
Yes.
Item 10A4, Lawson State Community College. This is the Birmingham and Bessemer campuses network upgrades from Brand Atran to Cisco. It is recommended that the ACCS authorize Lawson State Community College to proceed with the project named Birmingham and Bessemer campuses network upgrades from Brand Atran to Cisco. The construction contract shall be executed no later than February the 1st, 2026, or this authorization shall expire. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
I have a motion from Mr. Houston. I have a second from Mr. Roan. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please signify by raising your hand or a voice vote.
Yes.
Item 10A5, we are moving to Bishop State Community College. This is the main campus Del Champs building renovations. It is recommended that the Alabama Community College System Board of Trustees authorize Bishop State Community College to proceed with the project named Main Campus Dale Champs Building Renovations. Phase 1 is the demolition package. The construction contracts for this project shall be executed no later than February of 2026, or this authorization shall expire. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
I have a motion for Mr. Shell. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second from Mr. Roan. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please signify by raising your hand or a voice vote.
Yes.
Item 10A6, we're moving over to Shelton State Community College to the Fred Campus Building renovation. It is recommended that the ACCS Board of Trustees authorize Shelton State Community College to proceed with the project named Fred Campus Building Renovations, the Data Telecom Installation Bid Package. Construction contracts shall be executed no later than February the 1st of 2026, or this authorization shall expire. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
A motion from Mr. Roan. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second from Mr. McCartney. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please signify by raising your hand or voice vote.
Yes.
Item 10A7, Calhoun Community College. This is the Huntsville Campus Sparkman Building Chiller and Mechanical Equipment Replacement. It is recommended that the ACCS Board of Trustees authorize Calhoun Community College to proceed with the project name Huntsville Campus Sparkman Building Chiller and Mechanical Equipment Replacement. This is the installation bid. The construction contract shall be executed no later than February the 28th, 2026, or this authorization shall expire. This is looking at a total fiscal consideration of about $1.5 million. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Got a motion from Mr. Rogers. Do I have a second?
Second.
A second from Mr. Shell. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please signify by raising your hand or a voice vote.
Yes.
All right, and then finally, item 10A8, we are moving back to Southern Union. This is the Opelika campus purchase of the American Legion property. It is recommended that the Alabama Community College System Board of Trustees authorize Southern Union State Community College to proceed with the project name Opelika Campus Purchase of American Legion Property. Closing shall be executed no later than February the 1st of 2026, or this authorization shall expire. Do I have a motion to approve? I have a motion from Mr. McCartney. Do I have a second? Second from Mr. Shell. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please signify by raising your hand or a voice vote.
Yes.
All right. We are now going to move on to item 11 under personnel. Chancellor?
I'd like to advise the board that I have received official notice of the retirement of President Jackie Screws, effective December 1, 2025. It's my recommendation that the board approve President Screws' retirement.
You've heard the recommendation from the Chancellor. Do I hear a motion on the floor to accept the retirement of President Screws to take effect December the 1st of 2025?
So moved.
I have a motion from Mr. Shell. Do I have a second?
Second.
A second from Mr. Houston. Any points of discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please signify by raising your hand or a voice vote.
Yes.
At this point in time, I would like for President Screws to please come to the podium and give some comments.
I think Dr. Vicki Williams is going to speak first.
Oh, Dr. Williams? That's why I said, Dr. Vicki Williams, please come to the.
What she said.
Good morning, Chancellor Baker and members of the Alabama Community College System Board of Trustees. I am Vicki Williams, Associate Dean of Student Development at Chattahoochee Valley Community College. Joining me here today are members of President Screws' Administrative Cabinet, her Administrative Assistant, and our Chief of Police. It is both an honor and a privilege to introduce a special presentation recognizing the distinguished leadership and dedicated service of President Jackie Screws of Chattahoochee Valley Community College. Throughout her tenure, President Screws has demonstrated an unwavering commitment to academic excellence, student success, and community engagement, embodying the very spirit of the Alabama Community College system. In celebration of her remarkable career and lasting impact on CVCC campus and the greater Chattahoochee Valley region, we are pleased to share this video tribute to her.
Be kind, be understanding, help those around you to be themselves.
One of the things that I think that makes a good leader, you got to have a person who has the intelligence and the intellect. They also have to have a good heart, and she has both.
She is elegant, she is stoic, she is very professional and strong, very strong.
Her just enthusiasm for the work that she has done and her staff and team members has been outstanding.
She wanted to see Russell County and this community thrive.
I've known President Screws from when she was at Sparks in Eufaula. She's a person who has been always concerned about her students, a genuine love for education, a love for people.
She is a servant in our community. She's really gone out and gone above and beyond and given her all and given her heart and soul to this community.
Being a lifelong resident of Russell County and the 3 generations of my family having gone and graduated from Chattahoochee Valley Community College and working closely with President Screws has been an honor.
I think part of it was a local connection, but we needed a strong leader. We needed somebody with a backbone that was going to make some tough decisions, and she was willing to speak up, to step up, to do some of the things that needed to be done, and she was the perfect person for it.
She hit the ground running. She already knew the people. She didn't have to learn it. Being invested in her community with family and all really helped push the college forward.
She brought a lot of attention to CVCC. It was kind of the best kept secret before she came. She brought the energy to it to let people know what a jewel we have in CVCC right here in our community.
I've seen the growth that's happened since she's been here. I've seen the workforce development. I've seen all the different things that have grown, the enrollment increase, her involvement in the community.
Her leaving that mark on not just the people there, but on the institution itself, just putting it on the map better than it had ever been before.
I think one of her terms is that we are a jewel and a gem that a lot of times people don't know all the things that happen down here at CVCC.
I think her legacy is going to be behind the strength of the college when she walks out the door for the last time and knowing that we're built for the future.
It's always good when a leader leaves things better than they found them.
I think that she will look back and say, she's proud of the work she's done.
And CVCC is going to miss Dr. Screws.
Thank you.
President Screws, I'd like for you to come to the podium, please. I've done good so far. I promised you I wouldn't get emotional during this, but I would like to defer to you for some comments.
I can't promise that. They got me today.
Yeah.
They really did. When I saw them walk in the door, I said, okay, they're sneaky. And I'm wondering who we left at the college to run the place, because this is my entire cabinet and my admin assistant, plus the chief of police, who's probably the most sneaky. But I do want to take this opportunity, I think, to highlight some people who are the reason for me being here. I stand here today on the shoulders of giants, and I want you all to know that I can do nothing without my team. My hat's off to you all. I love you. I will always be in the corner of Chat Valley. They know that I mean when I say, once a pirate, always a pirate, and I will be a pirate on the sidelines. I want to say that in order to be a successful president, you must have a support system. I truly have an amazing support system. People who know me best know that my family is first and foremost in my corner. They are always in my corner. They support me even when I'm wrong. So I love that about my family. Secondly, the Phoenix City community. I cannot say enough about that community. You all know that I was born and raised in Russell County. I've been there all of my life. And being able to serve as the president in a community that is my home meant a lot to me. So I have a vested interest in this college. I really do. I also want to recognize my staff. I can't say enough about them because they've shared my vision. They have respected me as a leader. They have supported me through thick and thin. We are a small but mighty team. And y'all, when we went through COVID, that was a testament to the strength of this team. They never wavered. They never thought that this is something we cannot do. We have come a long way. And Chancellor, I made one promise only when I went to Chat Valley, and that is that I would leave it better than I found it. I'm proud to say, mission accomplished. Thank you all for the opportunity.
With that being said, I'm breaking protocol a little bit because I have a resolution to read, and normally Mr. O'Brien reads those for us, but I purposefully asked him to defer to me to allow me to read this resolution for you, President Screws, because it has been an honor to get to know you these last 5 years that I've been here, and to the people in Russell County, and I can testify that what those gentlemen and ladies said on that video is very accurate. You guys are extremely respected in the Russell County community, and I commend you all. The Alabama Community College System Board of Trustees is honoring President Jackie Screws on her upcoming retirement from Chattahoochee Valley Community College. Whereas President Jackie Screws has served with distinction as president of Chattahoochee Valley Community College for 8 years and 10 months, demonstrating unwavering commitment to student success, academic excellence, and community engagement. And after serving over 38 years with the Alabama Community College System, she is retiring, leaving a legacy of dedicated leadership and transformative impact. Whereas under President Jackie Screws' visionary leadership, Chattahoochee Valley has experienced significant growth in enrollment, program offerings, campus infrastructure, and workforce development initiatives. And whereas President Jackie Screws has been a tireless advocate for access to higher education, equity, and innovation, leaving a legacy that will continue to benefit students, faculty, staff, and the broader community for generations to come. And whereas President Jackie Screws has been a visionary leader, spearheading numerous initiatives that have expanded educational opportunities, improved facilities, and enhanced the college's reputation within the region and beyond. And whereas her leadership has fostered a culture of integrity, collaboration, and excellence, and her mentorship has inspired countless educators and administrators across the state. And whereas the Alabama Community College System Board of Trustees wishes to recognize and honor President Jackie Screws' extraordinary contributions upon her upcoming retirement. And now, therefore, be it resolved we, the Alabama Community College System Board of Trustees, do hereby recognize and express our deepest gratitude to President Jackie Screws for her years of outstanding service, leadership, and unwavering dedication. And be it further resolved that this proclamation be entered into the official records and that a copy be presented to President Jackie Screws as a token of our appreciation and esteem. Adopted by the Alabama Community College System Board of Trustees on this 12th day of November 2025. I would like to submit this to you all for consideration and ask for a motion to approve. I have a motion from Mr. McCartney. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second from Mr. Roan. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please signify by raising your hand or a voice vote.
Yes.
The motion passes. Thank you, President Screws, for your leadership, and before you leave, I want to get a picture with you, okay?
Jackie, I don't think there's any question. The school's better than it has been, and it's because of your leadership, and we appreciate that in this office.
Personnel? Any other item?
That's all personnel I have.
Okay.
Do you have other personnel? Yeah, I've got that.
Okay.
Find my notes here.
Make sure I don't have it.
Madam Chairperson, I would like to advise the board that I have received notice from Annette Funderburk of her resignation as president of Ingram State Technical College, effective November the 16th.
You've heard the I'm sorry, go ahead.
And it's my recommendation that the board approve Annette's resignation.
You've heard the Chancellor's recommendation to approve and accept the resignation of Annette Funderburk from Ingram State, effective November the 16th, 2025. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
I have a motion from Mr. Shell. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second from Mr. Houston. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please signify by raising your hand or a voice vote.
Yes.
Madam Chairperson, I would like to advise the board that Mrs. Funderburk, will be joining the system office as a special assistant to the Chancellor's office, effective the 17th of November.
Effective the 17th of November. Presented before the board from the Chancellor's recommendation is to authorize the Chancellor to hire Annette Funderburk for the system office effective November the 17th. Do I have a motion to approve?
Second.
I have a motion for Mr. McCartney, a second for Mr. Shell. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please signify by raising your hand or a voice vote.
Yes.
The motion passes.
In addition to that, I'm advising the board that I am appointed Mr. David Walters as interim president at Ingram State, effective the 17th of November. That doesn't require board action.
Yes, sir. We're going to move on from personnel to the chancellor's report.
Bill?
Neil? I think we always automatically look for Neil, right?
Good morning to our board. Good morning, Chancellor Baker. And congratulations, President Screws. Your tireless leadership of CVCC has been really fun to watch from our Student Success Office, and your support to our Student Success Division as someone who we can constantly go to for guidance and assistance has been much appreciated. Thank you. I want to be able to provide just a very quick enrollment update. As you know, our fall semester has been a really, really good one from an enrollment standpoint, but we want to turn our attention to spring. And as of Monday, so as you know, yesterday was a holiday, and so normally I try to give the most recent enrollment update, but I'm 2 days behind on this one. So as of November 10th, ACCS colleges have enrolled over 43,000 students in 4 credit courses. As of Monday, that is a 22.5% increase over that same date for spring 2025. That is a significant increase. That's something that we are excited to see, but I also want to temper expectations there. When you see an increase of that magnitude, it generally has to do with the dates by which colleges are enrolling students. And so we expect that to level out some, but this is very promising, and we'll take the win. And we do expect to see an increase in spring over spring 2025, given where we were this fall. I've said it before, if you have a good fall, you're generally going to have a pretty good spring too. So we're excited about that. But that is an almost 8,000 increase in head count year over year, and 19 of our 24 colleges are showing an increase in head count year over year. Those students are enrolled in over 316,000 credit hours, almost 317,000 credit hours. That's a 23.3% increase year over year, and it's almost 74,000 more credit hours than had been registered for by this date last year. And again, 19 of our 24 colleges are ahead in credit hour production. So these are exciting numbers. We'll continue to watch these, and I'll give you another update in a few weeks at the December board meeting, but we're very excited about these, and kudos to our colleges and their administration, their faculty and staff for their work in accomplishing these fantastic numbers. Are there any questions? Thank you so much.
Thank you, Neil.
We are experiencing some important leadership transitions internally in the system, and I apologize for my voice.
You lost it.
Yeah. After 10 years of dedicated service to the community college system, Boone Kynard will be transitioned to a different role. And he eventually will exit the employment of the system. We are developing, and I've had this conversation at a president's meeting, and discussing our approach to legislative and just public advisement of what is going on in the community college system. So I think I'm going to call on Alan Bates right now to talk about the change in how we plan to implement maybe more extensive information being provided to all presidents, all employees, and to all communities, and especially to all legislators who vote on our budget and help make decisions about where we're headed as a community college system. So Alan Bates has been working for some time with the system. And so turn it over to you.
Thank you, Chancellor Baker. Thank you, Board. I'm excited about this opportunity to be here in front of you, and just let me say what you hear today and through the stories of these individuals, these students here, that's what we're going to be doing. You're going to hear a little bit about all the excitement going on with our employees. We've had a lot of pep rallies that we'll call them, and you can just feel the energy and excitement that's going on across the system. You can feel the energy in the student enrollment numbers that Neil constantly gets up here and tells us how great things are looking towards the future. We continue to serve more and more needs. And so we're going to build out a team that is a bunch of storytellers, for lack of a better term. We've got to get the message out. We got to make sure that every nook and cranny of this state hears with a resounding voice that we are the leader in workforce development and education and training. I know that these two individuals stood up here today. They have transfer opportunities before them. That's a great pathway. That's exactly what we are tasked with. If you want to go onto an additional education pathway, fantastic. If you want to go directly into a job, we're also here for you for that. We are one of the few providers in this state that can do that, and so we want to make sure that everybody fully understands that, whether it be our legislative bodies, whether it be our local officials, whether it be our business and industry partners, every community. You heard it through the CVCC remarks, that whole community is invested in that college. That's not, unfortunately, that's a great thing, but it's not necessarily a unique thing. Our colleges are all doing a great job of just that, just like what the efforts going on there at CVCC. And so we want to make sure that again, that cohesive story is told. So we want to be advocating for our individuals, these important faculty and staff members, all the instructors, that we're able to provide them with compensation that keeps them here, or that allows us to retain additional new talent. We want to make sure that that's a huge priority of ours. We want to continue to be able to grow our capacity to serve our students through dual enrollment. That continues to be a huge promoter of success for our colleges and also for the students. You heard it, we had some workforce summits recently. We hosted 3 of those. Workforce exchange is what we kind of labeled them as, and a lot of our partners and even some of the audience members shared how important those dual enrollment programs are. And so if we have to get to the point where we're turning away students, we're kind of missing the mark. So we're going to be aggressive in pursuing additional funding to make those pathways there. And then lastly, it's really all the other levers of the arrows in the quiver that we can pull out from Innovation Center, Skills for Success trainings that have continued to grow. It's over 80 courses now. It's over 23,000, I think, credentials that have been issued. So we're continuing to see expansion there. We want to see that continue to grow. We want to see ATN expand. We want to see, obviously, what we're doing with David and prison education and the reforms there, the expansion of that. So that's really, we're going to be pulling together our team, our regional teams, those that are here at the system office as well, to really align efforts to make sure that we're equipping everybody. Our colleges, we're telling their story, they're telling the story of the whole, of the system as well, so that everybody gets that full picture. So that's kind of, I hope, Chancellor, what our shared vision for this going forward will look like. And I'm excited about the future and the potential that we have.
I think you've got another important member that's going to help you.
Absolutely. So Drew Haney over here. So Drew, I know many of y'all know her. She is going to be an integral asset going into this session. She is obviously well-versed in all the things that go on across the street, and just really well-connected. So I cannot wait to work alongside Drew and partner together in helping pull this. I know Joe's back here as well, regional, and I know we've got Carrie and a few others that will be a part of this team. That again, we will be all rowing in the same direction and excited to do the work for the system. Thank you.
Well, I think it has been a interesting several, maybe 6 weeks, but we've had meetings where all employees have participated with other schools and had wonderful exchanges of ideas and thoughts and discussions. We've had workforce summits. We've had 3 and going to have more across the state where we invite all the communities and the leadership in the communities to come in and hear what we're doing. And I think it's just kind of the beginning of really telling the story about the success of the community college system and the efforts that is being put forth by the individual employees in the system. So, thank you, Al. Sarah? It takes
Yo, Montgomery wasn't ready for us, but they know us now. I promise you that. Enterprise, we're on the way.
Hey man, real high energy. I think the colleges came together. The MC was real high, kept everybody motivated. Man, it's all about building community and what ACCS means to this state and this community, how we drive, and in every community that we serve and how we move people forward and give them hope.
We get to help students across the state, no matter if they're young or old or just trying to look for something to get them into the workforce quickly. We have something for everyone.
The vibe was very high energy and just fun. Like everybody coming together. It was a fellowship, unity. It was great.
Be a boulder. Let's be big and be bold.
We are the Boulder.
We are the Boulder.
So that was a highlight reel. That was a highlight reel of our regional meetings, our pep rally, the thing that I hope that everybody in the system was able to join, because that's the energy that we're seeing across the state, and that's exactly what we want to express to our communities and our leaders across the state. Normally when I stand here before you, I'm sharing numbers and projections, the data that guides our work, but today I want to bring something different forward. Today it's about the people behind those numbers. We've heard it from President Campbell, we've heard it from President Screws. These are the people that make a difference every single day to the students that we are serving across the state. Standing on the front lines of Alabama's future is the group that powers our mission, our greatest resource and the heartbeat of every institution from Huntsville to Mobile. It's our people, our faculty, our staff, our faces of our system. They're more than instructors or administrators. They are mentors and guides. They're the catalysts shaping the mindsets of students who are ready to take the next step towards a better life. And they are the bridge between training, education, and employment, whether it's advanced manufacturing, healthcare, cybersecurity, or skills trades. They are preparing students for the jobs of today and the careers for tomorrow. Our employees drive Alabama's growing workforce. They are the recruiters and the leaders. They are the counselors who make transformation happen in the classrooms, on our campuses, and across our communities. They maintain our facilities, they build partnerships with business and industry, and they strengthen our communities and our state. Because of these employees, our system is stronger, more respected, and more united than ever before. And while K-12 salary growth has outpaced higher education, one thing remains clear. Our employees must feel valued and supported. And that's why we're pursuing the funding to enhance compensation remains a top priority of this system. Investing in our people isn't just financial, it's strategic. It strengthens our colleges and it benefits all Alabamians. And we'll continue to support the strong benefits of our retirement, our health coverage, and our professional development. These are powerful tools for satisfaction, recruitment, and retention, but even as costs rise, they will remain vital to the well-being of our team. Beyond investing in people, we must invest in the places and the programs that empower them. Ongoing capital improvement and program funding keeps our facilities and labs state-of-the-art, designed to inspire innovation, collaboration, and pride. And these efforts require sustained funding and strong partnerships, and the continued engagement of this board and our presidents. Together, we'll ensure our system stays aligned with Alabama's workforce priorities. And everything we do enhances the student experience and strengthens Alabama's future. Your continued support to prioritize compensation, professional growth, employee benefits, and capital improvements is a direct investment in our state's prosperity. Together, we can think bigger, reimagine what's next, and move forward united and committed to serve. Thank you. Alan, do you want to speak to? Alan's going to speak a little bit to that disparity I talked about between K-12 salaries and our system.
Happy to. So it's no secret, I think you've probably seen in the news recently, all the requests for funding from the education providers. It's a common thread. We're continuing to fight inflation and other things. And then in addition to that, we're constantly challenged by remaining competitive. One of those that we compete with, whether it's, it's just a nature of the business, is with our other education providers across the state. Through other mechanisms, they've been able to outpace at times what we've been able to pay our instructors for some of the same quality, some of the same credentialing and what they're certified to teach. And so, you're looking at everywhere from a $15,000 to $20,000 disparity at times that we're going to be trying to, over the course of several years, try to decrease that gap, if nothing else. In addition to that, we're also, on the other side of that, faced with the challenge of the workforce that we provide employees to. When you can walk out of a training program and into a job and make more than the instructor who is just providing the training to you, that's going to be a challenge for us, right? So we're constantly looking at those programs. And so our, especially I think aerospace technology is one of those areas. Kid can walk into a job making $75,000 straight out of the program, and the instructor's making $60,000. We got to fix that a little bit. It's going to be hard to retain the instructors or recruit new ones if those that do depart. So those are some of the key issues that we're going to be really lining up and helping advocate for, and why we're looking for such an aggressive pursuit of pay increases and compensation increases, in addition, above and beyond what's gone in the past for other just increased costs that we've had for our employees. So I know everybody probably in this room has experienced costs related to their health care, and insurance is going up, and the employees of this system and across our colleges have experienced that as well. So, Sarah and the team are constantly working to adjust for that as well. So those are a few of the situations we have going on and that we're going to be advocating for, just to provide a little more context of how large that gap truly is at times. Any questions? Thank you.
Do we have any committee reports? Okay, our next meeting will be the work session immediately following this, and I'm going to change things up a little bit. We're going to move right into the work session just because we were a little late getting here and try to get through this as quickly as possible. Do I have a motion to adjourn the board meeting?
So moved.
Do I have a second? Second. We stand adjourned. Now I'd like to call to order the meeting of the work session for the Alabama Community College System and our proposed action items for the December the 10th meeting. I'm going to defer to Mr. O'Brien.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
The First item on the work session agenda is a request from Reed State that the Board of Trustees authorize the college to implement a wellness fee of $50 per semester. If approved, the wellness fee will become effective spring semester in 2026. The fee would support the operation and continued improvement of the college's wellness center, which will provide students, faculty, staff, and the community with access to a state-of-the-art facility that promotes healthy living and physical fitness. Does anyone have any questions relating to this item? The next item comes from Calhoun. It is a request that the Board of Trustees approve the college's current mission statement. Are there any questions related to that item? The next item is at Wallace Hansville, and is a request that the Board of Trustees ratify and approve the college's amendment to its bookstore operations agreement with Barnes & Noble to include the First Day Complete program and to charge a $24 per credit hour fee for textbook rental. If approved, this agreement would go into effect in the spring semester of 2026. Are there any questions on this item? The next item is at Calhoun and is a request that the Board of Trustees approve the college's application for an associate in applied science degree in video game production to be implemented fall semester of 2026. Are there any questions relating to this item? The next item comes from Drake State. It is a request that the Board of Trustees approve the college's application for an associate in applied science degree in cyber security to be implemented fall semester of 2026. Are there any questions relating to this item? The next item is at Jeff State, and I believe we have a presentation for this item.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Danielle Coburn. I'm Vice President for Academic Affairs for Jefferson State, and we are seeking approval to offer a diagnostic medical sonography program beginning next fall. According to Alabama's statewide and regional list of in-demand occupation, diagnostic medical sonographers represent one of the fastest growing healthcare professions. The proposed program aims to address this growing demand by increasing the number of healthcare professionals trained in non-invasive diagnostic imaging techniques. Graduates can expect to earn an average starting salary of approximately $60,000 per year. The program will help close the gap between the current supply of qualified sonographers and the expanding needs of the healthcare industry. Local hospitals have expressed a significant and immediate need for trained sonographers. In fact, area hospitals reached out to the college to personally request that we begin this program. In response, we conducted a survey of pre-allied health students during the spring 2025 semester, and 90% of respondents were interested or very interested in pursuing this program. Currently, 6 colleges offer this program. 1 is in our service area, and they provide training in cardiac sonography. Our program will focus on abdominal, obstetrical, and vascular sonography to meet a broader range of workforce needs. The program will seek accreditation through the Joint Review Committee on Education and Diagnostic Medical Sonography once it is established, and upon completion, graduates will be eligible to sit for the American Registry for Diagnostic Medical Sonography certification exam. We have letters of support for this program from UAB St. Vincent's, Baptist Hospital, and Hospitalist Services of Alabama, reflecting strong regional demand and institutional backing for this initiative. Any questions? Thank you.
The next item comes from Bevel State, and is a request that the Board of Trustees approve the college's purchase of equipment, instructional supplies, and program support services to support the weatherization training initiatives. These purchases will total an amount not to exceed $6,200,000, $200,921. All of these funds will come from a grant from the Alabama Department of Economic and Community Affairs, ADECA, for the Alabama Weatherization Assistance Program Statewide Training and Technical Assistance Coordinator Project Grant. Are there any questions relating to this item? The remaining items are all facilities items, and I'll turn the floor over to Mark.
Good morning, board members and Chancellor Baker. This morning we have 3 recommendations for consideration, one at Reed, one at Bevel, and the third one at Calhoun Community College. Starting first with Reed, this is a consideration to continue to purchase additional property surrounding Reed State, particularly the purchase of the Conecuh County Board of Education property. This is about a 20-acre parcel that is located just below where we just recently purchased in the last year, the Red Roof Inn and the Black Angus restaurant. The property is affording us some unique features in that as we move into a phase where we will be renovating welding and the industrial systems buildings on the Reed campus as part of the Navy submarine infrastructure program, we need a place to be able to house the students that are part of that industrial systems. And so in looking at this here, as we examine this particular building to the front and in the upper right-hand corner, this is where we are able to take this facility, repurpose it for the next year and a half or so, while the Navy and our efforts there to repurpose the industrial systems building for our students can put and house those programs. The rest of the campus, as you look at it, it affords us some unique features in that this was once a location for trucks and other programs and businesses, where eventually, that as the college continues to grow in Evergreen, that there will certainly be the flexibility as needed to relocate the CDL truck driving program to this site as well. Board members, this is some of the information that we included in the packet in addition to the building that is occupied by the Board of Education. We do have other garage type facilities and so forth that do exist and are on the site. Right now, we are currently in the process of completing our due diligence, looking at environmental issues and so forth. Pending that those results do come back and are favorable, we will be bringing this back to you for approval in December, January as we move forward with this project and purchase. Board members, any questions about the consideration for the purchase of the Conecuh County Board of Education property? The next project, board members, is at Bevel State, specifically to the west up there by Mississippi is the Hamilton campus. On that campus, board members, at the very front there, as you look at Highway 278, we have Building A. This building is well beyond its design life, and we're beginning to look at addressing those features as it pertains to HVAC and so forth for that building. There is a growing, almost a dire concern that the AC or the heat for that facility will eventually just stop working. So we're moving now to be able to renovate that facility and reestablish the mechanical systems as we move into the latter part of next summer and into the fall semester. Board members, as we move into this, we'll be doing what we have established as a practice, which is the early purchase of mechanical equipment to get ahead of those lead times. And then as the students and so forth, as we move into the spring semester, We'll be looking to renovate this and have this work completed and have substantial completion towards the end of July next summer as we move into the fall semester. Any questions about the mechanical renovation on the Hamilton campus to Building A? And then the last one that we have, board members, is the continuation of our efforts to partner with the city of Decatur. And this is the purchase of the Decatur Utilities property that is in downtown Decatur. Board members, this is the site that we have here, and we've outlined this in this particular GIS map. There are two parcels that equal approximately 7 acres. But this is part of that effort that we've been working with our legislature and the city of Decatur to establish a presence more in downtown Decatur with our students and eventually the build out of sports programs and fields in this location. Board members, any questions about the purchase of the Decatur Utilities property for Calhoun Community College? Thank you, board members. We appreciate all that you do.
Do we have any other items that come before the board or the work session? If not, our next board meeting is December the 10th at 10 a.m. at Enterprise State Community College and Enterprise, Alabama. No other items of business. We stand adjourned.